In the red corner at 238 pounds from Kansas City, Kansas, the Mississippi heavyweight champion Bob Orton Jr. And in the blue corner at 232 pounds from Portland, Oregon, Jesse Barr.
As the introduction of the opening event, Bob Orton Jr. and Jesse Barr. Of course, Bob Orton Jr., son of his famous father, Bob Orton Sr. from Kansas, and Jesse Barr's father is campaigning active wrestler in the Pacific Northwest. Now here's Bill.
You know, this should be a great match. This Jesse Barr has a fine amateur background, as did Bob Orton Jr. Bob Orton, of course, a little more professional experience, is now the Mississippi champion. But both of them are fine athletes. You know, Paul Orndorff never ceases to amaze me. He just said in one voice how low down and dirty it would be for a guy to hire a bounty hunter, somebody else to do his dirty work. In the next voice, he said that if somebody did do his dirty work for him and injure Ted DiBiase, he would bonus him $1,000. I just don't know exactly where he learned his grammar and his definitions of the English language there at the University of Tampa. They must have had him a little bit confused, because as far as I'm concerned, that bonus he just offered made him the person that was hiring that bounty hunter, which there's only one thing that could be lower than a bounty hunter, and that'd be the person that would be the hire. Great move there. This Jesse Barr, Boyd Pierce, the last time he was here on Mid-South, really impressed me as a fiery young man. And like I say, he didn't seem to sit there and be in awe of some of the top stars he went against. He went out and went right after him like the Iron Sheik. He really battled the Iron Sheik till the man caught him. And the Iron Sheik is a man of a tremendous amount of experience and a lot of power. And he was, it is rumored, and of course it'd be hard to verify from him, that he actually was the man that trained the Khomeiни's personal bodyguard in hand-to-hand combat in Iran. I know he's certainly nationalistic about his country, which I understand. I think everybody should have pride in their country. But I think I heard Bob Roop say the other day, you know, all these guys from other countries come here to the United States to prove themselves. So that shows you the type of caliber, the type and caliber of talent in every profession that they have. If the United States is the place you have to get the recognition, to have the total recognition, it's the best. Orton Jr., double underarm hook. Wow, I've never seen a variation of that. He went like for a suplex, stopped it in midair and reversed it and dropped Terry Barr. Terry Barr is already getting a following here, and he's had some rough matches. The people cheering him for coming out of that, because I think they just recognize the tremendous amount of fire and the desire that he has. Beautiful move. Great drop kick. Bob Orton Jr.'s got a match on his hands by this youngster. Legal forearms. Oh, he's popping him in the jaw right there, and he went for they call a monkey flip, or a two-footed Tomoe-nage in judo. And of course, Orton Jr., the ring-savvy Mississippi champion, held the ropes, didn't go. High knee. That Orton Jr. at 6'5" has a tremendous amount of leverage. There he goes for that pile driver. He is devastating with that.
And the winner of the opening event, Bob Orton.
Not was the first wrestler to bring the America's Heavyweight Wrestling Championship to the United States. He held the title in South America and Mexico for many years, and then came to the United States with the championship. And this was about 15 years ago. Now Firpo is back. Look at him. He's rougher than ever. And of course, I know the reason he's probably here is to get a shot at the America's Heavyweight Wrestling title. Raking away at the back after Earl Firpo. His favorite hold is a variation of the claw, which he calls El Garbo. Look at the look on that man. Whew. How would you like to go into a dark alley one night and see that coming? That's your worst nightmare coming true, is what it is. Romero can't do it. Trying to lift this wild man, and Firpo lifts him like a little doll. Shows you the strength of Firpo. Look at those legs, stocky legs. I mean, we are talking about Miguel Garcia now trying with a front chin lock. Goes into the beard and the hair. Look at him toss him with his hair. Punch Dex Garcia. This is your main event. The Wild Bull of the Pampas, Pampero Firpo. Feels him back into the corner and says, come on, both of you, come on. Firpo just keeps on coming. There's no weakening. Look, again, by the hair, he just throws him away. Romero trying to say, look, there's just no, he says, come on, hit again. Kicks to the middle, and there's a headbutt that just decks Romero. Brought back into the ring. Firpo uses the hair and just beels him over into the corner. Referee wants it. Go behind. Choking now, raking away. Holds him down with one hand. Is ready to throw a punch. Warned by the referee, and the referee says, I don't want to see choking, I don't want to see punches. Choking doesn't even listen. Goes back to work on the neck. Miguel Garcia. 2 against 1, a handicap match. This is one of the few times we've ever had this kind of event. It's always interesting because you just never know what will happen. And of course, this was at the request of the Wild Bull of the Pampas, Pampero Firpo, who we're looking at right now. One of the most incredible wrestlers to come along in years. Oh, look at that. Fingers to the eyes. A wild man of wrestling. There has been so much written about Firpo that he's truly the cross between the missing link between man and wild animals. And yet Firpo is supremely intelligent and speaks many languages. His unorthodox wrestling style has got to be seen to be believed. We are seeing right now on Great Wrestling from the Olympic where each and every time you will see the greatest wrestling stars in the world today. Firpo, I can't see from this angle. I wouldn't be surprised if Firpo isn't biting. This man is just totally wild, totally off the wall. Look, yeah, he is. He's biting away at the head of, oh my gosh, he's biting Miguel Garcia. There's a cut open on Garcia's forehead. Look at the blood, and Firpo licking the blood on his tongue and his mouth. Oh, this is just sickening. Whips Garcia into the ropes. There's that El Garfio I told you about, that claw hold he uses so well. El Garfio, all the fingers digging into the forehead and there's blood all over. That's it. That's all she wrote. Your winner is the wild man, Pampero Firpo. The referee trying to pull him off. Everyone's in there. The announcer's even in there. Let's hear the verdict from the announcer, but oh my gosh, look at that poor Miguel Garcia. There's blood, and here's Terry Broad, our announcer.
Out of that round, he brings that heavy knee into the stomach of Siva Afi. Throws Siva Afi, throws a fist, but Miller comes back in with another one to the side of the head, and Sweet William reaches through, taking the tights of Siva to drag him back on the ropes to give Miller the advantage. Root Miller with a big elbow to the neck of Siva, along with Miller and Sweet William. And now with the Mad Dog and Markov in the country, there's certainly a rough crew of wrestlers wrestling throughout New Zealand. And Siva throws Root Miller off. Heavy fist to the side of the head, and Siva comes back with a big elbow to the chest. Miller right in there again with a foot to the solar plexus. Crowd calling for Siva Afi. Miller takes over, takes his time to take it over, and there's Miller really performing with that noise. The noise that seems to affect him so much when the crowd gets going with that noise, and Miller backs off. He seems to have ear trouble or some type here that the noise really gets to him. But Sweet William just there, he just put his arm through the ring and pulled the leg of Seaver out from under him, giving Miller the advantage to take over on Seaver. And a heavy knee drop down across the chest of Seaver Arfi. Referee warning Miller to stop using illegalities. Miller forces the head of Seaver Arfi down across the top rope, and he brings it fist into the side of the head. Now he twists Seaver over with his throat down across the top rope, and he's going to the outside of the ring to apply the pressure from outside, putting the head down over the top rope and springing to the floor. Reaches through, dragging Seaver out. Now he's going to strangle. He's strangling with the bottom rope. Seaver in trouble.
Yes, Seaver Arfi in real trouble there, Steve Rickard. He really got on the receiving end of that one.
Nice move by Seaver. Miller comes in, he brings a donkey kick into the chest of Miller and caught Miller unawares. Now it's one fist to the side of the head and then another and another, and a headbutt to follow up with. Seaver certainly showing his worth here in this match.
He's showing a lot of heart, Steve Rickard. Goodness gracious me, he's had a bit of punishment there. He keeps him coming back. But I think it's superior fitness and the fact that he is a very, very clever wrestler that brings him back each time, doesn't it?
No doubt about Seaver. He is a very fine young wrestler, and he didn't win the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship for nothing. And he takes Miller up in a Japanese stomach throw, comes down into a pinning position, but Miller throws off.
Great move from Seaver Arfi there. I thought that was it. I thought it would be a count of 3. But Miller needs a bit more softening before he can turn that one. There's a drop kick. Trying for the pin. 2. He missed his 3rd. Miller able to summon his last reserves of energy to throw Seaver Arfi off. And there goes a chop to the throat.
Seaver Arfi in trouble as Brute Miller brings a double fist up into the stomach. Brute throws the head of Seaver Arfi into the top turnbuckle. Miller taking over. Seaver's certainly taking some punishment here, but he seems to come back. He's on that receiving end, but right away he gets back in there and he's taken over. Now he drives the head of Miller into the turnbuckle. Miller showing his cunningness. Takes Seaver and takes over again, and now he's taking him across the ring, throwing him into the ropes. Comes up, he goes for that big elbow, but Seaver ducks underneath and comes off the other rope with a fine high drop kick to knock Brute to the floor. Brute here in trouble. It could be all over. There's a headbutt by Seaver. This could be the finish. Seaver looking in there, but Sweet William obviously came in the ring, and Seaver caught him coming in, and he drop kicked him, and he's taking him over a high back drop. Seaver taking over on Sweet William as well, and there's the gong goes, but the match is over, but Seaver Arfi was right on top of Miller, and now Brute Miller comes in to save Sweet William, and now he's taken hold of Seaver Arfi as the Brute comes in. Certainly action in this match, and both wrestlers, 2 of them at one time, onto Seaver Arfi. Seaver Arfi fighting back here. He's still not going to give up this match, thinking the match is not over. Referee telling Sweet William to leave the ring, and Miller takes over on Seaver, but there's referee Miller doing a good job here, stopping this match. Seaver's still coming back on Sweet William.
Seaver Arfi soon